Average American is seeing between 400 and 800 ads a day. But what's more important about this is actually when you double click into the audience with Gen Z and millennials, they are seeing between 2,000 and 8,000 ads every single day. We as a generation have never seen that many ads, and our attention span has never been that low. So what it means for brands now is that as we're seeing hundreds, if not thousands of ads a day, it is becoming incredibly difficult to capture someone's attention in a way that builds an emotional connection. And while physical brand experiences are great to build those emotional connections, we're seeing some outside right there, they have many limitations. They are limited in terms of reach, they're often very costly, and they take a lot of time to put together. But what if it didn't have to be the case? What if you could marry digital and the reach and the ease of the digital world with experiences? What if you could easily add scalable and immersive brand experiences to your campaign? Experiences that not only would be immersive and scalable, but would actually drive you ROI. And look, I was a marketer before I came to Snap. And in the world where marketers are hyper obsessed with the consumer, it's all about consumer first, all about bringing value to the consumer. What better way there is to provide value to the consumer, to give them not an ad they want to skip, that's not providing value, but an experience they want to see, an experience they enjoy seeing, an experience they want to share with their friends and family. So that you can go from having exposures, and don't get me wrong, there's a time and a place for that, but you can go from only having exposures to having experiences. Experiences that captivate people. Experiences that people are opting in. Experiences that are going to build an emotional connection with your brand. This world is here. This is the world of immersive technology. This is augmented reality. So at this point you might say, okay, Julien, but how many people really are using AR? Well, I have an answer for you. 2.2 billion people today are using AR, sending more than 4.5 billion AR pictures and videos every single day. And what's so special about AR? It is the most memorable ad in mobile. And in a world where we're seeing hundreds of ads, that matters. AR delivers almost twice the level of visual attention compared to an AR equivalent. And this leads to results. Interacting with products that have AR experiences leads to a 94% higher conversion rate. And brands are 41% more likely to be considered when they have those AR experiences. But everything that I just told you is just the beginning of AR. By 2025, nearly 75% of the world population will be frequent AR users. And when we talk about virtual reality is going to be big by 2025. The IDC estimates that there will be 43 million people in virtual reality by that time. But when we look at AR, Deloitte estimates that AR is going to be 100 times bigger by 2025, with more than 4 billion people in AR every single day. We're 2 years away from it. And to give you a sense of how fast AR is taking off, AR is growing today and will grow tomorrow at the same speed that mobile phone was growing in the 2000s. AR today is like having an iPhone in 2005. And so at this point you might say, okay, Julien, this is great. AR is big today, it's going to be huge tomorrow, it's now easier than ever to do it. Yeah, you can have the scale, you can have the results, but when? when do I do AR for my brands? When are all the brands using AR? When is AR going to drive the most results for me? The first answer is when you launch something. Whether you're launching a new TV show, whether you're launching a new pair of shoes, whether you're launching a new flavor of chips, or even makeup, launches are crucial for AR. And that extends into many other verticals, whether you're having an LTO in restaurants, whether you're launching a phone, a car, or literally open the door to a new travel destination. Launches is what matters. Do you remember that stat? More than 4 billion people, more than 4 billion AR pictures and videos are sent every day? This fuels that number, because this fuels conversation. So launches are number one. The number two is tentpole moment, what a lot of people refer to as seasonal. What Snapchatters love to do is, and love to see, is seeing AR that is relevant to the time being. So I'm talking about back to school. I'm talking about Halloween. But I'm also talking about the holiday. Same thing with different moments in time, with the NBA, with the NFL, or even 4th of July. And it goes beyond this. Beyond just the typical seasonal moment, you can have summer with music, like Coke did when they partnered with Kid Leroy. Or you can watch highlights from football game for the Champions League or the World Cup. And yes, this is football, this is not soccer. I'm from France. I call it football. You can have something if you have partnership with new movies or even video games. In this case, using a snap code. A snap code you can put on packaging, on POS, on out of home, anywhere you want. Tentpoles and seasonal is also what drives AR results. And then finally, the last one is everyday moment. There are 500 million minutes of AR playtime on Snapchat every day. But you're not launching a new product every day. And it's not Christmas every day, like I tell my 6-year-old. So the way to tap into those everyday moments can be done with very simple lens that can be put together in less than a couple of days. Whether you're doing this with Coors Light, or with the office, or literally using your mascots and having them coming to life. You can also use the everyday for try-on, whether it's shoes, watches, shirts, sunglasses, and rugs, cars, makeup, or even travel. The point is, most of those everyday lenses are very easy to put together and very affordable. So, when do you use AR? Launches, tentpole, everyday moment. And when it comes to AR, Snapchat has the best technology. We have been developing AR technology for more than 11 years. And that is why we are the most immersive platform out there. But there is something else that matters beyond the technology. And while most people think it is actually just users, yes, it's important to have user growth, and this is just showing the user growth on Snapchat. What is actually more important than this is how many people use AR. Because you can have a platform with 5 billion people on it. If nobody is using AR on that platform, it doesn't matter. Snapchat is the #1 camera and AR platform in the world with 250 million AR users per day. And when you're asking, okay, but how many people in North America are going Snapchat every day? 100 million. The Super Bowl audience is basically on Snapchat every single day, covering 90% of Gen Z and 75% of all 13 to 34-year-olds. And this is my favorite side. When a lot of people think about Snapchat, don't lie, you're thinking about teenagers. Well, you're wrong. Out of this 100 million people in North America, 71% of Snapchatters are 21 and older. 53%, more than half, or 25 and older. And 25%, which is 25 million people, or older than 34. Parents alone in the United States, there are 19 million parents on Snapchat every day. So the last question you may have is, okay, I can get the reach, I can get an emotional connection, but is it working? Because I have to show my leadership, I have to show my media team that this is actually driving results on paper. And this is what I love the most about AR, is that it is. AR is 3.3 times more effective than TV, and 111% higher brand awareness, and does extremely well with brand favorability lift. And at the end of the day, if all you care is ROAS, we got it too. In terms of ROAS, Snap AR does far better than total media, TV, and other social media. So if you take one thing away from this presentation, and if at this point you're thinking, you know what, this French guy, I don't know about him. I don't know about this accent. Maybe you'll trust this guy who says, I regard AR as a big idea. I think it is that big. It is huge, and I'm excited because of the thing that can be done. So next time you think about AR, add experiences to your campaign. Come talk to us. Show us what you're launching. Show us your tentpole. Show us what you're doing in the everyday so that we can help you bring AR to life. It is now easier and faster and cheaper than any time before to bring AR to life so you can build emotional connection at scale and effectively. Thank you.